Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Saturday. We got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And if you guys like betting on MLB player props, go ahead and check out Parlay Play in the link below. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Big slate today. Yesterday wasn't the best of days, but hopefully we can have a better day today. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. 15 matchups, starting with the Houston Astros versus the New York Yankees. Yankees opening up as home favorites at minus 165. The Astros plus 145 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Astros is Christian Javier with an ERA of 3.07. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run and had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Yankees is Garrett Cole with an ERA of 3.14. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 12 strikeouts. Houston winning against the Yankees yesterday, 3-1. Pretty good underdog win for them yesterday. Houston 9-3 on the road right now, playing good road baseball here. Yankees, they were 15-0 at home before taking that loss yesterday. We know how good the Yankees are at home. I'm liking the Astros plus 1.5 on the road. Laying minus 165 on the Yankees. Not in love with it the way it looked yesterday. Astros more than capable of pulling off wins, especially on the road. I'm going to take Houston plus 1.5. Next matchup, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay opening up as home favorites at minus 200. Pittsburgh plus 165 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Pirates is JT Brubaker with an ERA of 4.11. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs and had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Rays is Corey Kluber with an ERA of 3.46. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Pitt losing to Tampa yesterday, 4-3. Pretty close matchup, but I do like Tampa Bay here, 5-2 at home. Yeah, I'm gonna lean with Tampa Bay at home here. Next matchup, we have the Baltimore Orioles versus the Chicago White Sox. White Sox opening up as home favorites at minus 200. Baltimore plus 165 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Orioles is Spencer Watkins with an ERA of 6.0. His last start, he pitched 4 innings. He pitched 1 inning, gave up 3 runs, had 0 strikeouts. He's given up 12 runs in his last 3 starts. Pitching for the White Sox is Lance Lynn with an ERA of 5.79. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Baltimore on a 2-game winning streak against the White Sox. White Sox just have not played well against the Orioles this series for some reason. And I think that changes here. Chicago's not losing 3 in a row to this Orioles team. Not in love with Watkins on the mound. He hasn't been very good. This is my last time. I'm taking the White Sox here. If they lose 3 in a row here, they're in the doghouse. We're taking the White Sox at home. Next matchup, we have the Chicago Cubs versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals opening up as home favorites at minus 200. The White Sox plus 165 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Cubs is Adrian Sampson with an ERA of 0. Looks like he's getting his first start of the season here. Pitching for the Cardinals is Miles Mikolas with an ERA of 2.64. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. The Cubs beating St. Louis yesterday 3-0. Just one of those days, Cubs 2-8 on the road where they do struggle. Yeah, I like Miles on the mound for the Cardinals here. Not in love with Sampson getting his first start on the mound for the Cubs. So, yeah, I'm taking St. Louis at home. Next matchup, we have the Washington Nationals versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at minus 120. The Nationals plus 100 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Nationals is Josiah Gray with an ERA of 3.95. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Rangers is Matt Bush with an ERA of 4.05. His last start, he pitched 1 inning, gave up 0 runs, had 1 strikeout. Washington beating the Rangers yesterday 2-1. Not in love with this matchup, a very even pitching matchup. Bush has only pitched, he's only been pitching an inning. Only given up 1 run in his last 3 starts. So has Josiah Gray here. I think I'm going to take the Nationals plus 1.5 on the road. Very even pitching matchup. Got the win yesterday. I'm going to take Nationals plus 1.5. Next matchup, we have the New York Mets versus the Miami Marlins. The Mets opening up as road favorites at minus 150. The Marlins plus 135 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Mets is Chris Bassett with an ERA of 3.92. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Pitching for the Marlins is Trevor Rogers with an ERA of 5.83. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 7 strikeouts. The Mets beating Miami yesterday 5-3. They're 5-1 against the Mets right now. Against the Marlins. Miami is 6-1 at home, so they are playing good home baseball here. Just looking at this line, minus 150. It was only a 2-run game last time. A 2-run loss for Miami. I'm going to take a shot with the Marlins plus 1.5 at home, coming off a loss. Give me the Marlins. Next matchup, we have the Oakland Athletics versus the Kansas City Royals. Kansas City opening up as home favorites at minus 175. Oakland plus 145 with the over-under at 9.5. Pitching for Oakland is Jared Koenig with an ERA of 6.59. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 0 strikeouts. Pitching for the Royals is Brad Keller with an ERA of 4.30. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 6 strikeouts. Oakland losing to Kansas City 3-1 yesterday. They're on a 4-game losing streak. Simply just don't trust this Oakland team. 2-8 on the road. Koenig hasn't really been good on the mound. Coming off a 0-1 game, but before that he's given up 10 runs in those other 2 starts. I think I'm going to take the Royals at home. Next matchup, we have the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers opening up as home favorites at minus 165. Toronto plus 140 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Blue Jays is Yusei Kikuchi with an ERA of 4.94. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Brewers is Corbin Burns with an ERA of 2.31. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 10 strikeouts. Toronto beating the Brewers yesterday 9-4. Nice showing for Toronto yesterday. Corbin Burns has been good on the mound here, but to lay minus 165 on the Brewers after a bad loss yesterday, I just think that's way too risky here. I'm going to take the Blue Jays plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Boston Red Sox versus the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland opening up as home favorites at minus 165. Boston plus 140 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Red Sox is Josh Winkowski with an ERA of 3.68. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 2 strikeouts. Pitching for the Guardians is Shane Bieber with an ERA of 3.12. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Boston on a 5-game winning streak, beating Cleveland yesterday 6-3. 10-2 on the road, 5-1 on the road against Cleveland. Yeah, I'm taking Boston plus 1.5 on the road. Looked good yesterday on a nice winning streak. Getting them as the underdog, looks pretty juicy here. So taking the Red Sox plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Cincinnati Reds versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at minus 255. The Reds plus 205 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Reds is Mike Minor with an ERA of 6.97. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs and had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb with an ERA of 3.26. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Cincinnati beating the Giants yesterday 4-2. Like, it was just one of those days yesterday. The big favorites were losing. You know, that's kind of how it goes. Yeah, I'm taking the Giants off the loss yesterday. Love Logan Webb on the mound. Mike Minor, he's given up 11 runs in his last 3 starts. I'm taking the Giants at home. Next matchup, we have the Colorado Rockies versus the Minnesota Twins. Twins opening up as home favorites at minus 185. The Rockies plus 155 with the over-under at 9.5. Pitching for the Rockies is Antonio Senzatella with an ERA of 4.42. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run and had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Twins is Chris Archer with an ERA of 3.44. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs and had 3 strikeouts. Colorado beating Minnesota yesterday 1-0. Very poor performance from the Twins yesterday, not getting any runs. Pretty even pitching matchup here. I'm going to take the Rockies plus 1.5 on the road. Got to win yesterday, shut out the Twins. To lay minus 185 on the Twins after that loss is very risky. I'm going to take the Rockies plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at minus 150. The Dodgers plus 125 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Dodgers is Mitch White with an ERA of 3.86. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs and had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Braves is Max Fried with an ERA of 2.77. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run and had 8 strikeouts. Dodgers beating Atlanta 4-1 yesterday. They're on a 4-game winning streak. Dodgers 4-1 on the road right now. Yeah, being able to get Dodgers plus money doesn't happen too much this year. Even pitching matchup. I'm going to take Dodgers plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Seattle Mariners versus the Los Angeles Angels. Angels opening up as home favorites at minus 125. The Mariners plus 105 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Mariners is Logan Gilbert with an ERA of 2.28. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs and had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Angels is Patrick Sandoval with an ERA of 2.70. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run and had 5 strikeouts. Seattle on a 4-game winning streak, beating the Angels yesterday 4-3. 5-0 on the road right now. Got a nice little home stretch. Angels just 3-15 at home, where they've just been horrible. Even pitching matchup here. I'm still going to take Mariners plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Detroit Tigers versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Arizona opening up as home favorites at minus 150. Detroit plus 130 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Tigers is Alex Faedo with an ERA of 4.67. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs and had 2 strikeouts. Pitching for the Diamondbacks is Zach Davies with an ERA of 3.96. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs and had 3 strikeouts. Detroit beating Arizona yesterday 5-1. Arizona on a 4-game losing streak right now. Not playing very well. Even pitching matchup here. I think I'm going to take Detroit plus 1.5 on the road, coming off that win yesterday. I'm going to take the Tigers. Then the last matchup, we have the Philadelphia Phillies versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at -125. The Phillies +105 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Phillies is Zach Eflin with an ERA of 4.71. His last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 4 runs, and had 2 strikeouts. Pitching for the Padres is Blake Snell with an ERA of 5.46. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. The Phillies losing to the Padres yesterday 1-0. Very low-scoring game yesterday. They're 5-2 on the road against the Padres. Pretty even pitching matchup, honestly. Both pitchers giving up some runs. I'm going to take Phillies +1.5. Going to be a low-scoring series, so I think they can definitely cover. I'm going to take Phillies +1.5 on the road. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.